There's a device that I've been using called a Whoop.
Hello, and welcome back to iGao 3. Field reporter Danny here to introduce weekly challenge number 20, the TuneRC Kin FPV Live Gao competition. I'm here on location in these game intros that several players have made this season because this week's challenge is like going for a high-scoring run in a video game like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. We have 100 trick and obstacle combinations that have preset point values, and your goal this week is to put together a 60-second run that scores as highly as possible following all of the rules of the competition. Let's go back to Dan and Liz in iGao Studios so they can break down this week's challenge.
Thanks, field reporter Danny. This week is the fourth 50-50 challenge of iGao 3, and almost everyone remaining is still submitting videos. So it'll be exciting to see who winds up in the top and bottom 50% of this challenge. This week's featured sponsors are Kin FPV and TuneRC. Both companies were also sponsors for Season 2 of iGao and provided a bunch of great prizes for our players.
Kin FPV is run by CEO and founder Derek Harkins. His company's slogan is Drone Frames Designed with the Pilot in Mind. Our mission at Kin FPV is to continue to design and manufacture high-quality drone frames. We strive to provide the FPV community with product that will not only instill confidence but also ensure that pilots are able to perform acrobatics and maneuvers that they may not have otherwise attempted due to costs associated with breaking and damaging equipment. If you read all the testimonials from the pilots who have flown Kin FPV's frames, you will see that they always mention the excellent reliability, durability, and ease of use of the Kin FPV frames.
Kin FPV designs, manufactures, and sells several different 3-inch and 5-inch frame kits. Each of their frame kits comes with all of the required hardware needed to assemble the drone, as well as all of the 3D printed extras that are specific to the setup that you choose. This week, one lucky pilot will win an Atlas V2 or a Lux V2 5-inch frame kit, and another will win 10% off any frame kit order. You can buy these frames or any others at kinfpv.com or straight through the company's Instagram at kinfpv. Like many of the FPV companies nowadays, Kin FPV also has sponsored pilots. His pilots are IR Squips, Alicia FPV, Jeebus FPV, Skydock FPV, and Balkan X FPV. Check out their Instagram links in the description down below to see their ripping of Kin FPV frames.
TuneRC is also a featured sponsor this week. They are located in Shenzhen, China, and they have a young team that is passionate about FPV. The founder got into the hobby in early 2014. He was working as an engineer for a motor company, and he became obsessed with fixed wings, 3D printing, and FPV quadcopters. After years enjoying the hobby of FPV, he decided to create TuneRC in 2019 because he found that there was not an easy way to charge the 1S and 2S batteries for all the new popular whoops like the Beta 75X and the Mobula 7. TuneRC's first product was the Thor Charger, which made charging 2S batteries much easier than ever before. And that eventually evolved into the Thor 2, which I have used to charge all of my 1S and 2S batteries for the last 6 months.
TuneRC's newest product is their Easy 1S 2S all-in-one flight controller. This FC is designed to be strong and steady and easy to build for toothpick-style quads. It features 2.2 volt to 10 volt input voltage, big soldering pads, and a 6-layer PCB with 1 ounce of copper. It has the reliable MPU 6000 gyro, a STM32F411 processor, and comes pre-flashed with the BlueJ ESC firmware. Hopefully, this FC that FPV Cycle helped design will bring a new standard of durability and reliability to Whoop all-in-one FCs. You can purchase the Easy Flight Controller and TuneRC's other products through their website, tunerc.com.
Our contact at TuneRC has been Aria Chen. She has been awesome both as a sponsor and a player in the last 2 seasons of iGao. I have been incredibly impressed to see how much her flying skills have improved since the start of iGao 2. Huge thanks to Arya and Toon RC for supporting iGao so generously over the last 2 years. Okay, now let's jump into the requirements for weekly challenge number 20, the Toon RC Kin FPV Live Gao competition. Requirement number 0 is that your video submission must be a maximum of 90 seconds long, and you must follow all of the iGao 3 posting rules.
Requirement number 1 is that you must set up at least one of the following obstacles: any size over/under obstacle, a pole, a doorway obstacle, an iGao approved gate, yourself going through your legs, a cube gate, or a TGS.
Requirement number 2 is that you must show FPV DVR of your highest scoring 60-second live Gao run. You score points by attempting any of the 100 trick obstacles and earning the set amount of points if you complete the trick correctly on the designated obstacle without any bumps or ground taps. You can see the list of trick obstacles in the link in the description below and all of their set points. If you complete 3 trick obstacles in a row without any bumps or ground taps in between, then the next trick obstacle you attempt will be worth double the points if done successfully. Note, the 3 trick obstacles that you complete must be worth a combined total of at least 7 points to trigger the 2x multiplier. Requirement number 2A is that your 60-second run will begin when you arm your quad, and you must start with your quad landed. And then your 60-second timer will end 60 seconds after you arm, but you will be allowed to complete any trick that you started before the time runs out. Requirement number 2B is that if you bump an obstacle or tap the ground or crash while attempting a trick, you will not get any points for that trick, and you will also break your line for the multiplier. Requirement number 2C is that you cannot repeat any exact trick obstacle combination during your run. If you do the exact same trick obstacle a second time during your run, it will count for 0 points the second time, but you will receive no other penalties. Requirement number 2D is you cannot do the same trick or use the same obstacle for any 2 consecutive trick obstacles during your run. For example, you would not be allowed to do a roll in the open air and then a roll through a gate back to back. Also, you would not be allowed to do 2 open air tricks in a row or 2 tricks on the same obstacle. If you violate this rule, your second trick will count for 0 points, but you will not receive any other penalty. Requirement number 2E is please turn on your OSD timer if at all possible. If that is not possible, please provide other means to show that your timing is accurate. You are not allowed to speed up your footage, cut together different clips, or cheat in any way.
Requirement number 3 is that you must have the names of the trick obstacles that you are attempting on screen as you try them, or if that is not possible, at least list them in the order that you did them in your video description. This challenge was a favorite last season and should be interesting with a lot more pilots participating. Check out the submissions from Season 2 to see the strategies that the top pilots used to score the most points.
The idea for this challenge started with a suggestion from Nigel Tomlinson. He was trying to come up with a basic format for a live freestyle competition that would not require a judge's opinions for scoring. I adapted this format for the iGao competition and also took some influence from games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We have also run live games at our local races, so if you are interested in running live iGao games at your local race, feel free to contact me about how to best organize and run one alongside a race. Good luck and happy whooping!